You ain't gotta lie to kick in my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 29 of You Ain't Got a Lot podcast. I'm your co-host, Wavy Jason, aka J Sage D. And who am I with today?
It's your boy F Money or Money for short. How's everybody doing today? Jay, how's your day going?
My day's going pretty good, man. Pretty good. Good to see you. How are you? How about yours?
It's going great, man. Got to see family. You know, that's always important.
Nice chill day for you. Can't beat that. Relaxing. On a Friday, it's starting to get a little cold up here, but gotta stay bundled up, you feel me? But
It
what we
was
have
cold
on
this
tap for
morning.
y'all. I mean, it's always like that in Florida. It's cold in the morning and warms up in the day. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think it was like 45 this morning, but obviously at night it's going to drop. I think it's supposed to hit like 38, 37 tonight. So we'll see. But yeah, this one's going to be a heavy football one, you guys. It's going to be heavy on the football. Me and Money kind of agreed. Nothing has happened in basketball that we felt like we should bring up. Not too much has changed. The teams that were dominating last week are still dominating. No significant trades have taken place. So we're going to talk about what's going on with football, obviously, recap some of the games that happened last week, talk about my Panthers, Money's Dolphins, and we're also going to talk about a little Shedeur Sanders and what's going on in Cleveland. But first and foremost, we're going to talk about some real world stuff. And it's jobs and taking time off. Now, I understand being a person who works in retail. Retail does things a little differently because, that's the busy season during the holidays. But why do some of these big name companies in corporate America give people such a hard time with taking time off? Why don't let you use your PTO, especially towards the end of the year when the holidays when people want to spend time with family? What are your thoughts on the Money? Do you think it's fair that jobs limit your
No, it's
PTO
not
and
fair.
tell you when you can and can't take it?
No, it's not fair. Shoot, I'll say this: the job used to change the rules because me and another guy, we used to be off from like November to dang near January 4th. So
But
that's
two
how
people
much time
shouldn't
we would
affect the
save up.
entire company. Even if that's something you two did do, two people shouldn't affect the entire company.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, mine was better than his. I'll say mine. I'll probably be off from like December to January, but that dude would be going from November to January 4th. And so our job came up with a new rule that you only can take off 3 days in November and 2 days in December.
Mm.
No. 2 days in November, 3 days in December. And I'm like, why is that? Most people spend their time with their family during the holidays.
I guess because
Just
they
because
look at the
Joe,
days they're already giving you off, like, excuse me, they naturally give you like Thanksgiving off and Christmas off, so they figure like, why are we giving you extra days off on top of that?
well, my job gets Thanksgiving and Black Friday.
Yeah, see,
Sometimes they get a day before Thanksgiving too.
okay. Like I said, I know in retail when I was working at Lowe's, they actually did it differently, which makes sense, and it always worked for me because their busy season is during the summer. You know what I'm saying? Spring and the summer because people are trying to be outside, they're trying to build all these things and do summer stuff like that. So it was hard to take time off, and the slower season for them was Christmas time. So obviously you had to put your time in first for other people, but that's when I would always put my time off is during Christmas time.
You know what my cousin told me? My cousin called me early this morning and we had a conversation. He said, "You don't have to worry about that. Just lock it in January and February, so they can't say nothing to you."
Yeah. Basically, yeah, start of the year, go ahead and put it in. Because some people take time off during the summer because they got kids and they do like family vacations and stuff like that. But, I don't know. I think unless you're in retail, like I said, retail, I understand. You know what you're signing up for when you apply for that job and you accept that position. But, like, if I worked in like a cubicle, bro, and the holidays are coming up, and let's say me and my family wanted to go to Chattanooga, Tennessee for Thanksgiving, then I should be able to, put a week off and go without having to get pushed back or, oh, well, it's a holiday. We need you here. And it's like, we work in cubicles. What do you need me here to do? And so, I don't know. I think it's unfortunate for those. who bust their ass all year, who don't use their vacation time, and the time they want to use it, they can't use it.
Yeah, even when we went in the office every time, I would do that. I'd be like, well, I'll see y'all next year. What do you mean next year? It's December, right? Yeah. I'll see y'all next year.
If they're going to
That's what
ask
I
me to
would
come
do.
in, it should be a bigger incentive. It shouldn't be, oh well, you get an extra day off. Like it was like you get a couple hours towards holidays or your PTO, and it's like no, like make it really worth my while if I'm having to work on the holidays. 'Cause that's how it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, they used to give you like double time and a half for working Christmas or Thanksgiving in retail. Now you'll be lucky if you get a floating holiday, and it's like it's sad. It's sad and it sucks, especially with me being up north. I like to go home during the holidays back to Florida, but working retail, that ain't happening.
Let me ask you this, because we have a whole system for putting our time in. Do y'all have a system that you have to put your time in, or how does that work?
Yeah,
Whenever
I mean that's any
wherever
company.
you work at either Lowe's or any of them, because like I said, we have a system. It'll tell us, okay, this is the amount of time we have, and then our policy was use it or lose it. So we couldn't roll it over. So I'm like, if it's use it or lose it, I should be to use it whenever I need to use it. Are you gonna pay me out? No. So I should be to use it.
Yeah, because I mean, I like when companies have that because they're forcing you to, what I'm saying, to take time off because it's like that's what it's there for. Take the time off, use it, enjoy, that mental reset. But at the same time, though, if I don't take no time off at all during the year, and then it's the end of the year, and you're saying, hey, you gotta use it or lose it, then allow me to use it. Don't say, oh, you gotta use it throughout the year, because then it's like then you kind of dictate, you kind of handcuffing me there. So I mean, if you're going to have that, then have some type of payout, especially for people because some people don't go nowhere. Some people are homebodies. They go to work and home, and that's all they want to do. So, and some people are workaholics. Some people don't know how to take time off. So,
Or how about this? Some jobs are like, oh, you're an average employee or whatever. But if you try to use time, hey, you need somebody to cover for you and this, and that,
oh
and
yeah,
somebody need to do all these extra accommodations. And it's like, if I have to go through all these extra accommodations, I'm not an average employee. I'm above. I'm more than. I'm at least above average, at least at that point, because I have to make accommodations that other people don't.
right.
So
No, I totally
I'll
agree.
say,
That makes sense.
yeah, I'll say this. I'll say the main thing is if you're gonna have a policy of use it or lose it, let people use their time no matter what. Don't say, hey, you only got 5 days or in this month or whatever, that type of thing. I understand people take time off. I understand it's busy, but shouldn't you know that be for Johnny and stuff? Because Johnny obviously took all his time off before the
Right.
end of
It's
the
gonna
year.
be
Let
people
him
there because,
cover
like I
everybody's
said
stuff.
earlier, people are gonna be there who use their vacation time early in the year. So it's not like they're gonna be completely empty.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like there should be, some type of team that's gonna be there. And you tell Johnny, hey Johnny, you need to cover the big payments if they're gonna come in. Hey, there's $1 million check that came in. Hey Johnny, apply that, or $100,000 check, apply that, Johnny. That should be his job, you know. And if he has any questions, somebody should be able to explain it to him. Hey, this is how the client is.
That's what management's for.
That's how I think. Yeah, I agree.
Anything else you want to add to it?
I'll say I'll say, yeah. I'll say the main thing is the companies that really let their employees take off the time when they need to or want to are the companies that really keep their good employees. The companies that don't allow that lose all the good employees because people are like, forget this, I busted my butt all year,
Right.
and now you ain't let me take my time off. So cool, and they throw it the deuces and go about their day, and I don't blame them at all. Have you noticed that at some companies you worked at, the good people left because they couldn't take time off?
Yeah, I mean, you lose good people if you're not treating them right. This is one guy. He was working there for like 8 years, and he wanted to take off a day in December or something like that. It was something to do with his kids, and they declined his day off, so he quit. And it's like you lose people who, keep this is a guy who came to work every day, never missed a day he was scheduled, never was late from what I was told. And you couldn't give him the one day he ever requested off. So it was you see it all the time, sadly.
Wow, I didn't know it was that deep. They didn't even let him to get the day off. Man,
Yeah,
working there for
retail is
eight
pretty
years.
bad. 8 years, yo.
Hey Jay, I seen a thing where a guy was working at a company for 35 years and they gave him like a thank you or something. And it's like, bro, really? You remember that?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it
That's
should be acknowledged. You don't think you should get acknowledgement for working for someone for that long?
Yeah, I think it should be more than a thank you. You know, it should be, hey, let's get him a cake or hey, I'll take a pizza party at that point.
Pizza party. Hey, thank you for being
Shoot,
here for 20 years. Here's a pizza party for Hungry Howie's Pizza. They bring you some trash
oh nah,
pizza.
nah. If I've been there for the 20 years or something, you gotta give me more than Hungry Howard's, bro. You gotta give me the upscale pizza at least.
You
Be
just
more
said you want a
respectable.
pizza party. Them folks gonna bring your ass Hungry Howie's and you gonna like it. You're gonna
Nah,
like it and you're gonna deal with
nah.
it.
I'm gonna throw that junk right in the trash. Say I could go buy this myself. Get that.
He said
Shoot.
I can buy it myself. You can buy the upscale pizza yourself.
Yeah, hey, another thing is I forgot to talk about is that kept us from using some of our PTO is when we went in office, even the one time we were out of office, they would have a company event and we would
Mm.
all get together in the winter and do something. It was really fun. We went on a ship one time. We went on like a yacht and they made food for us and stuff. It was really cool. And I'll say there's been other times we've done other things and it was really nice and everything. So I'll say that if you don't want people to take time off, maybe have a company event around that time.
Yeah, and it's nice. As a company, you should do something for your employees, even if it's something small. You should do something for them, And I think that's where a lot of companies have missteps. Like I know working overnight for all these years, it was so many times where Dayside would have like a party or something. They have like a pizza party or they barbecued or something, and then they were like, "Oh, we saved you guys some food." And it was, sitting out since 3 p.m. and now it's 11 o'clock at night. You expect us to eat this food that people have been picking over and it's ice cold. And so, yeah, definitely overnight get the short end of the stick. It's terrible.
That's crazy. They gave y'all pizza for the day. That's crazy, bro. I'll say we should have just called it. Companies need to treat their employees right,
Right?
and
He's
that's
like,
what we
oh,
should have
these
called that
lists are easy.
segment.
Yeah.
Because like we said with a PTO, that's your personal time. You want to spend time with your family. You want to go with your girl or wife or whatever your family. That's what you want to do. You want to spend time with them because you're not gonna.
Right.
A lot of times, people go out of state or out of city because they don't see their family a lot. Having an extra day or two can make a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Or anything else you got? Or you good on this
No, I'm
subject?
good, man. I'm good. All
So
right. Let's talk some football. Let's talk some NFL. I've been waiting to have these conversations all day, man. I don't know about you, but I've been waiting. I've been waiting to hear you give me my kudos for calling that Buffalo Bills game versus Dolphins.
I'm gonna say every time I pick them to get blown out, and you picked them to win, you've been correct. Like I wish, hey, I wish I would have went and put money on the game every doggone time you
I
called
know I
it
should have
out.
bet.
I
I should
probably
have bet.
make a lot of
I
money.
told you I had that
Like
gut feeling like this is the way it was lining up, the way everything, all the tea leaves were telling me is going to be a Buffalo downfall, and it was. But before we hop into that, one thing I really wanted to talk about beforehand is I kind of wanted to, and I kind of threw this on you last second too, but I wanted to hear your thoughts on Shedeur Sanders right now. Like everyone's like outraged and up in arms, like why is he not playing? He should be playing right now. Gabriel looks bad. He's statistically the worst quarterback out there, and I personally think this is a good thing for Shador because no matter how talented I think he is, I think him going out there in the same offensive line with the same offensive weapons as Dylan Gabriel, what's going to be different?
I'll say this. I'll say, how many quarterbacks have we seen that the guy before him was straight up trash, but the new guy comes in and he just makes the offense move smoother? I personally think it could be good for Shedeur because the offensive line doesn't look good, offensive weapons don't look good. It don't even look like the coaching staff look good. But also think it could be a bad thing because it's like, hey, let me at least get a game. Don't put me against the doggone New England Patriots, but let me play a game against a decently ranked opponent and let me see what I could do. Because let's just call it what it is, Jay. It looks like the Browns might be firing their coaching staff based off of how everything's looking. And when when a coaching staff gets fired, they want their own quarterback. So that could be a bad thing for Shedeur if the coaching staff ends up getting fired because
That's a
now
good thing for him
they
because the
want to bring
coaching
in their
staff
own
doesn't
guy.
like him. How many times has Kevin Stefanski been asked a question about Shedeur? He won't even say his name.
No,
So
but I'm
that
saying
that
if a
that
new
bothers
coaching
the hell
staff
out of
come
me.
in,
A new coaching staff, that
no,
means
no,
he's
I'm
going to get
saying
traded money. It's better to have no film at all instead of
yeah, you're
have tape
right.
out there of you being 0-3. There's no good. Browns are a bad team offensively and defensively, except for Myles Garrett. And Joe Flacco was
Jay,
looking
let's
like
just call it
stir
what it
fry
is.
before he got traded into Cincinnati. Now he looks like a competent quarterback.
It's the coaching staff. That's why the offense looks bad. It's the coaching staff
The
because let's
players are
just call it
bad
what it
too.
is.
The coaches ain't out there dropping them
Yeah,
balls. The coaches ain't
yeah,
out there with
yeah,
Dylan
yeah.
Gabriel throwing it into the stands. Got wide
No,
open, he
I'll
throws it in the
say
dirt.
I'll say this: it's the coaching staff and the players. You got to put blame on both of them because Jerry Judy's your number one wide receiver.
Nah.
How you gonna win with that? You know, Judkins is a rookie, so him and the
And he's
tight
looked
end.
good when he had the
They get
opportunities. There's only so much he can do because the team is bad. But Judkins has looked good. Like you were just about to say, Harold Fanning Jr. looks really good. It's pieces there, but three pieces of a 172 piece puzzle doesn't help you.
Let me ask you this. Right? So they're out there asking for like 3 firsts for Miles Garrett. I'm willing to bet you a team right now would have gave you two, and you could have moved on because it's like, what's the point of having him if you're going to continuously be bad? What's the point of having a dominant defensive player if you're not going to be able to win anything because the offense is so bad?
I mean, you don't trade your best players money. Like, I don't know what's you in trying to get rid of the team's best players, but if you're a bad team, trading your best player is going to do what? Make you worse? That's not going to make you better. It's only going to make you worse.
I,
And you just
I'll say
extended
this.
him. They had the opportunity to trade Myles Garrett this offseason, and they said, no, we're going to give you more money to shut up. And they gave him more money to shut up. You don't then go in the middle of the season, trade your best player to go from a 30th worst defense to the 32nd worst. You need some type of building block, and
Hey,
Myles Garrett is a building block.
you're down. You're dating down now. 30 and 32 ain't no big of a difference.
Yeah,
Like let's
eight
call
hundred
it what it
thousand,
is.
$1 million is the difference.
Oh yeah, it is. But I'll say this. I'll say you have like let's just call it what it is. The Cleveland Browns are rebuilding. When you're
Yeah,
rebuilding, Miles Garrett is a dominant piece. Yes, he's what, 28, 29.
yeah, 29.
Yeah, you trade that. By the time you're ready to compete, he's gonna be on a downslope.
By the time you're ready to compete, he's going to be on the downslope, whether you trade him or not. Either way, it's going to be
Yeah, that's
time.
what's
You
it.
don't you don't trade a cornerstone piece money. That's ridiculous that you have
You
adapted
got
this
to.
mindset. Name one team that's traded their best player and it benefited them.
One team that's traded their best player and it benefited them. Let's see. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
It benefited the Dolphins when they traded Laramie Tunsil, but guess what?
How? You
You
have
need
offensive
a
line
person.
problems.
Our left tackle's good.
First of
Laramie
all,
Tunsil was
he
the left
just
tackle. Our
got
left
good.
tackle's good.
He just got good because you hated Patrick. Don't you do that, money. You hated Patrick Paul all last
Hey,
year. You said he was a bum. He should be cut. Now you want to glaze this man. He's having a good year. No, we're not going to do that. We're not.
hey,
You not.
hey,
No, we're not doing that, bro.
hey, and before him, we had Armstead. So we had a left tackle after we traded our left tackle who was just as good.
One good player on your O line does not make up the rest of it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We replaced them, but the thing is, the rest team suck. So you only can do so
And an
much. We
offensive lineman
replace
is
them.
not as impactful as a defensive lineman.
I'll, I'll say. I'll say it depends. I'll say it depends.
So you think Laramie Thompson was comparable to Miles Garrett? I'll give you Terran Armstead, but Terran Armstead was signed to free agency. He wasn't traded in the middle of the season.
I'll say this. I'll say I think a defensive player does make a bigger difference because you can line them up on either. You can say, "Oh, Laramie
Either
Tunsil on that
side,
side.
you can
Let's put him
play
on the other
he can
side."
play edge, he can
Yeah.
play in nose technique. He's a dog.
Yeah, hey, Jay, I just put him on the other side. Your right tackle suck. I'm gonna put him on the other side. And you gonna put Tunsil on the right side? You gonna move Tunsil every time I move Garrett?
Because if
That's
that's
what
the
I would
case,
do.
money. If that's the case, if you should move off your best pieces in the middle of a terrible season, then the Bengals should move Joe Burrow.
I don't like that. The Bengals and the Browns are two different situations.
They're bad teams. Move Jamar then.
No, that's a different
Why can't we move
situation.
them? You said move your best player on a bad team. You want to move Miles Garrett? So let's move Jamar Joe.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Who would you rather? What position would you rather be in? The Browns or the Bengals?
Which was neither. But if I had to pick, I would pick the Bengals because you have
Okay,
pieces.
you just answered my question. You answered my question. You got nobody
Using
over
your
there.
logic though, using your logic, you said you're terrible anyway. You need to move off them.
No, that they're two different situations. The Bengals could had a potential to beat anybody. I don't think the Browns can go out there and beat anybody
They can't though
in
because
a
they would
play
have
in
did
a
it last
playoff.
year when Joe Burrow threw for all them yards and Jamar Chase was the Triple Crown winner. They didn't even make the playoffs last year. They're still bad.
I'll say
Did you forget
this.
that?
I'll say this. And the 1 year they did go to the Super Bowl though. But they had a better defense. Their main thing is the Bengals' main thing is they put so much money on their offense that they don't have a defense. The Browns, with their situation, is they have all the money on the defense, but they have no doggone offense.
Which is funny if you
And
look
I'll
at the
say,
Browns historically, they've always had a good defense, which I find kind of funny.
yeah,
Historically, the Browns
I'll
always have
say
a
this:
solid defense.
it's bad. It's a bad situation to be in because I think Shedeur is better than Gabriel. I don't care what nobody says or anything. I think Shedeur should be should at least be getting reps or something. But like we said, the coaching staff don't like him. So it like why draft somebody the coaching staff don't like? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, like the thing, and it shows too. Like people on the internet talk about some the plays of the plays. It's like, bro, you put Shedeur in with third stringers, guys who are about to get cut, and then the play calls change. We went from running slants and hitch routes to 22-yard comebacks and deep strikes. And then he goes out there and looks bad. I'm not going to use it because Shedeur does the thing that I had the issue with before the draft, which is hold on to the ball too long. So yes, he's holding on to the ball too long, but put him in situations to succeed. So I feel like him going out there for a team that doesn't want him to succeed, because look at it like this, money. Let's say they put Shedeur out there and Shedeur does ball out. The Browns win the game. You think Kevin Stefanski saved his job or just lost his job?
He saved his job at that point.
No, he didn't save his job because the owners drafted
I,
Shedeur, bro. And you didn't want
I
to
no,
take this
I'll
kid.
say no.
If
I'll
Shedeur
say
plays
this:
good,
if he
Stefanski's out of there, money.
no, I'll say this: if he actually puts him in and develops an offense around him, he looks good. I think he could stay. But if he puts him out there because the owner said that, he's going.
It
I'll
doesn't
say
matter
that.
what reason he's out there, money. If he's out there, it's because the owner interfered. The owner's the reason he's on the team. The owner drafted Shedeur. So if Shedeur goes out there and how many weeks have we seen Gabriel? And every time I ask him, no. He's not even getting backup reps at practice. He's running a scout team. How is he the backup quarterback, but he's running with the scout team? I've never heard that in my life. So
Let me
you're
ask
not
you
even giving
this.
him practice reps to get better.
Here's another question I thought about for a while. Are you doing a Gabriel thing because you're gonna play Deshaun Watson because all that money you gave him?
You kind of
Is he
got to.
even gonna be healthy? That's
He's
that's
not
what I'm
coming back
like. I'm
this
like
year.
that's
I don't think he's coming back this year, but you gotta play Deshaun. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but you have to play him. You cannot
that's
keep
what I've
him
been
playing out there.
thinking. Jay, that's what I've been thinking in the back of my head. I'm
That he's
like,
gonna come back
are
this
you
year.
eventually? Yeah, no, eventually. Like maybe this year, but eventually though.
Yeah, he's not coming
You
back this
gonna
year for
play him
sure.
because of that money,
I think it's on the board. Deshaun Watson never plays for the Browns again.
bro? They gave him a fully guaranteed contract,
I
bro.
know, but
Like,
I think it's on the board. He never plays
like
for the Browns again.
to be honest, bro, he probably got the worst contract in NFL history because
No,
he
yeah,
got
for
a
sure.
full. It's fully guaranteed. Like no matter how I feel about Tua, his ain't fully guaranteed. So what do? You can't cut bait with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's less money because you're a couple years into it, so it's still gonna be a big hit. Don't get me wrong, it's still gonna be a bad hit, but it's not as bad as Tua's, believe it or not. Because I think Tua's is like 90, 80 million. You cut him next year, and I think Deshaun's is closer to 40, 50, or no, or 50, 70, something like that. I'm not for sure, but it's not as bad as Tua's if you cut him. But but yeah,
Wow.
no, I think it's on the board. He's played his last game with the Browns. I don't think he's ever wear a Brown jersey again. So.
Hey, Stefanski, knowing him, he might throw him out there. Dude on crutches getting thrown out there, bro.
Feel like this is a good thing for Shedeur. It's a blessing in disguise, man, because he's gonna go out there, money. He's gonna be bad with a bad team, and then the fancy. I don't think he's gonna have his back at all in the games. Shedeur has to play better. He has to. He's making bad decisions. He's just gonna annihilate him. He's not gonna have his back. You never want your coach not to have your
Or
quarterback's
this,
back.
hey Jay, or this, he's gonna look good, and Gabriel's gonna start the next game anyways.
Yeah, no, Stefanski's out of there. If Shedeur looks what of a competent quarterback against with this bad team, he's out of there because he didn't believe in him. He didn't want to draft him. He hasn't been given the opportunities. So yeah, he's gonna be out of there. I think he's out of
Let me
there
ask you
anyway.
this: where's
Honestly, so that's a
Stefanski?
lose lose.
Where's he from? Where's he from? Like, what team did he coach last year? Do you remember?
Oh,
Stefanski.
he's been with the Browns for like 4 years, 5 years.
Well, he ain't getting another head coaching job ever again. You
He
might as well
might. He's
chalk
not a
that
bad
up.
coach.
No,
Now
no,
Brian
it's the
Callahan from the
fact that
Titans is done for him. Yeah,
nah, Jay, it's the fact that you got a young quarterback. The other one's looking bad, and everybody's like, "Why don't you play the other one?" And if he looks any type of decent, your chance of getting a head coaching job is over with ever again.
I don't think so. I think he's a decent coach. I think if Adam Gates can get a job after what he did to Miami, I'm pretty sure Stefanski can get another job. So, because he did take that Browns team to the playoffs.
Hey Jay, you know the team that gave Adam Gates a chance.
The Jets. The Jets played this man
Yeah.
twice a year and was like, "Hey, we think you could do better over here," and he went and did worse. That boy didn't make a
Hey
full
Jay, it takes
season,
a
did
goofy. No,
he?
Jay, it takes a goofy franchise to give a dude who failed another chance. That's some goofiness right there.
It's different types of failure. Like I won't say Andy Reid failed in Philly. I'll say he just didn't
I don't
reach,
think so.
his full potential there.
His potential.
So, but yeah, Gase was bad. Gase was bad from the beginning to the end of Miami. Like there wasn't any bright moments.
Jay,
Maybe
you
he
know
drafted
Gates
somebody
is the reason.
special. Did he draft anybody
No,
special during his time?
Gates is the reason why Lamar Jackson didn't go to Miami. You know that, right?
What you mean? Oh, he passed on
The
him in the
owner
draft?
wanted the Dolphins wanted to draft Lamar, but Adam Gates he hated Lamar, and he's the reason why the Dolphins don't have Lamar today.
What do you mean he hated Lamar?
He didn't want to work with him.
That's what the
I
rumor
don't know the
said.
whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rumor saying he didn't want Lamar, and so that's why they didn't draft Lamar because
I
Lamar
mean,
wanted to
to be
be in
fair,
Miami.
Baltimore didn't want Lamar because they had a pick. They had two picks in the first round. They didn't take him with the first pick. They took him. They traded back into the first round to get him. So there wasn't a lot of teams that wanted Lamar, which is kind of crazy to look
I'm gonna
back and
say
say.
this, Jay. Lamar probably would have failed in Miami with Adam Gase as his head coach. He probably would have been looking like a bust.
I don't know. Like we said, situations pave a lot. So if he went to a good situation, he went to Baltimore where he got to learn
Yeah.
behind Joe Flacco for a year. Joe Flacco is a very good quarterback in the playoffs. And they helped develop Lamar as a passer. His passing ability was very bad. He was very inaccurate. He was your typical running quarterback. He could run, but he couldn't throw that well. Now, Lamar is extremely accurate. He has one of the highest QBRs, I think, in NFL history as a running quarterback. So yeah, he's a video game player at this point in his career.
Hey Jay, we would call Lamar, with using our college football terms, when he came out, he was a pure runner. Now he's a dual
Yeah.
threat.
Yes, he's a dual threat. Yep. That's how you got that
Anybody
Heisman,
who
bro.
plays NCAA, hey Jay, anybody who plays NCAA would know that reference.
Yeah, he was definitely a pure runner when he came out. He was a damn good one too. He was a damn good one too.
Yeah.
But yeah. But moving
Are you
along,
ready to
unless
talk
you have something
about
else you want to say,
these
yeah,
recaps?
yeah.
Hey, we got to talk about this Dolphins and Bills recap first.
Miami Dolphins played the Buffalo Bills at home, correct? And the Dolphins snapped a
Yeah.
7-game losing streak to the Buffalo Bills. The Bills came in as a heavy favorite by 8.5 to be exact, but were dominant. What went right for Miami? Devon Achane went right for Miami. Had a monster day, 174 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, including a long run of 59 and 35 yards in the fourth quarter. Miami's defense forced 3 turnovers and held Buffalo scoreless in the first half, a rare feat for the Miami Dolphins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa managed to stay the game and be a game manager, had 173 yards with 2 touchdowns, while the Dolphins leaned on the run and the defense.
Hey, 2 interceptions too.
Were they his fault, though?
Yes. Yes, they were. We had that conversation. He was talking. They were talking about. Well, it was third down. Let's just throw a what do they call it? A field punt or some
An
junk.
arm punt.
Yeah,
Josh
arm
Allen threw
punt.
for 306 yards and 2 touchdowns, but also committed a fumble and was sacked 3 times. And the Bills are sluggish throughout the game. They didn't score until the fourth quarter and struggled early with first downs and losing and gaining momentum. Buffalo's special teams and offensive mistake amplified the gap. Key moments shifted. Dolphins improved to 3-7 as the Bills fall to 6-3. So, can the Miami Dolphins make the playoffs, Money Barnes?
It's a possibility, but I don't see it happening. You have to beat too many good teams at the end. I'll say I'm predicting them to beat the Commanders, but look at this, Jay. You think they're going to beat the Bucks and the Patriots at the end? Bucks, Patriots, and Steelers?
The Bucks look beatable. The Patriots, I'm going to say no. The Steelers look beatable too. We seen a grown
You
man
have to
pierce his
probably win.
nipples because the Steelers lost.
Hey, Jay, you probably got to beat all 3 of them to make the playoffs. So if I had to do probability, no. Well, think about it. You're 3-7. You're probably going to take 10 wins to make the playoffs because you're not winning the division. Let's just do at worst 9. You think they can beat 2 of the 3?
Yes, I think
It's
the Patriots
possible,
is the
but
one. Is the Bucks are beatable for sure. The Steelers are beatable. Aaron Rodgers has the first of all the Steelers defense, which is I don't know if you know this, they're one of the highest paid defenses in history, and they're the worst defense
you
in the
heard
NFL right now.
you heard Jalen Ramsey's playing safety now.
That you know what that means? That means your career is over. If you are an NFL corner and you go from one of the league's most elite corners to next thing you know you're playing safety, that means you're on your way out, buddy. How many times have we heard it happen? Namdi
A
Asmawal,
lot.
shut down corner, move to safety. Champ Bailey, shut down corner, move to safety. Shall I keep going? Xavier
Keep going.
Howen, shut down corner. He was moved to safety. Then he retired with the Colts because he realized he don't got no more.
Hey, if they
We
win a
just heard.
championship, you get a ring.
Hey, we just heard Jalen Ramsey was a corner, got moved to safety. What's the boy name? Oh man, the McCourty twins was both corners, got moved to safety at the end of their career.
It tells you a lot, man. Tells you a lot.
So once you're a corner, they say, hey, that means you almost out the door, my boy. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You had a great career. You played a lot of years in the NFL. You should nothing to be embarrassed about, but that means you losing the step. And that's what
You know
Miami
what's funny
saw,
to
and that's
me?
why they moved off him.
You know what's funny to me? I would have told you that Miami lost that trade, but looking at it, it looked like Miami won that trade because Jonu's not doing much in Philly, and
Which I was
Xavier Howard's
surprised by.
playing safety.
The thing I think that hurts Johnu there is he's in a three-way battle with everybody. Because Pat
At tight end.
Fryermuth is a really good tight end. And I think Darnell Washington has the potential, but we both know potential means you ain't do it yet. So, and then obviously Jonnu Smith is Jonnu Smith. So, yeah, he's fighting for touches there. And then you got Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to DK Metcalf only 5 times a game. So, if DK is only getting 3 to 5 targets, you think you're finna get a lot of targets as Jonnu Smith?
No.
So,
I'll say this. Is it possible for them to make the playoffs? Yes. Is it likely? Man, I think they're going to slip up on one of these teams,
gonna be
man,
tough,
because they
bro.
lost to the Browns. They should have beat the Browns. If they beat the Browns, this would be a different conversation.
because then correct. Then they'll be 3-6.
Yeah. No.
I mean, excuse me,
it'd be,
4-6, 4-6, 4-6.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you only have to win 6 of the last ones. And I'm like, you can beat the Jets, you can beat the Saints, you can beat the Commanders because the Commanders don't have their quarterback.
Yes.
But now you got to play the Steelers, the Bucks, and the Patriots. Some of the teams on your schedule.
Yeah.
That
Some of them
look
teams
like a
would be
tough
the
road.
Patriots. Obviously, is the tough one because the Patriots are whoa. But yeah. I mean, hey man, that's that North Carolina pipeline, man. I don't know what else to say, bro. We just produced talent at the University of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Everyone talk about money. How many times did I say Drake May was the best quarterback coming out in that class, and people laughed at me?
You said it a few times, and
I
I
said he
seen
was
him play
better than
his
Caleb.
rookie season,
I said he
Jay.
better than, yeah.
I
said
seen
he
him
was
play his
better
rookie
than,
year.
Jalen.
Hey, you know what's funny, Jay? You know what's funny? I seen him play his rookie year, and I was like, the dude got talent. And all the Dolphins fans, the dude sucks and all this, and I'm like, the dude got talent. Remember, I told you that. I was like, the dude.
Because
Remember, I was like,
you was
the
on the
dude got
fence about it.
talent.
I'm like, listen, money, Drake May is legit. He was like, bro, I never even heard of him. I'm like, bro, trust me.
No.
Every
When he
game.
got drafted, when I seen him play, I was like, the dude got talent his rookie year. Remember that?
Because me and
all
you both
Dolphins
agreed on
dude
Caleb.
sucks,
We
and
weren't high on Caleb. I think you liked Jalen a lot in this draft. And Jalen, first year, he looked like, hey, he might be that dude. The game away from the Super Bowl, but my concerns showed up year 2. He's frail.
Yes.
He's always hurt. And it's
He
like
went to Washington.
he went to Washington. And you remember how bad that defense was? They made it that far on a lot of luck, a lot of the 50-50 balls. Now
Yes.
this year, those 50-50 balls aren't going in their favor. You remember how
Hey,
bad their
Jay,
defense was?
Washington
I told you
ruins,
about that.
Yeah, Washington ruins quarterbacks' careers, bro.
Yeah,
They ruined
sadly.
RG3, not
Ruined
Jaden
RG3,
Daniels.
now they finna ruin Danny Daniels. So, but
But I'm gonna say I agree. Remember, I told you I was like, when I seen him play his rookie year, I was like, the dude has talent. Everybody laugh, and think about this, bro. He's doing this with Diggs as his number 1 receiver, and let's just call it what it is. I don't think Diggs would be a number 1 receiver on a lot of teams. Let's just call it what it is.
at this stage in his career, no. But I mean, I think this is a good situation. He's matured a lot. You can see it by some of the things he does on the sideline, which I personally like to see. And I know it was one game Drake was kind of struggling. And keep in mind, the old Stephon with 1 target, he's gonna be like, bro, you're not throwing me the ball. Diggs went over there, he pulled him to the side and was like, hey man, you know you're the best player on this field, right? He's like, yeah, okay, then keep your head up. And it was like it was just positive, and I loved it. I loved how he was reassuring his young quarterback, like, you're that guy. And so I love to see that. So I think although I do agree with your sentiment that he wouldn't be a number 1 for a lot of teams, I think this is the team that needed him and where he's at in his life with his leadership. And
Jay, I'm gonna say this:
Mm-hmm.
the Patriots are gonna be scary when they get a top flight young wide receiver.
Yeah.
There will be I'm gonna say this: they're gonna have a great season because they had a weaker schedule. A lot of times, yes, but you still have to beat the people you play. So I think they're gonna be really good, but I don't think they're gonna make it super far in the playoffs due to the fact they don't have that number 1 receiver.
I think, and that's why I thought they would get Tedero McMillan. But Carolina ended up taking him, as we both know. And, I mean, he looks good in Carolina. He looks really good. It's a lot of times where Bryce is just throwing him the
Throwing it
balls,
up.
and I have seen like a kind of a drop situation with him. Like he tends to drop some balls. I think he should put in his back pocket, as they say. But regardless of which, I think Will Campbell is a great pick. He's been looking good. He's obviously your offensive lineman for your quarterback. You need somebody to protect the quarterback no matter what. So I think
Yes.
they still make the right pick. Speaking of Carolina, the Saints snapped the 4-game loser streak and picked up their first road win of the season. Rookie quarterback Tyler Show completed 19 of 27 passes for 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, one of which was a 62-yard strike to Chris Olave, and the one-hand grab touchdown for Juwan Howard. The Panthers' offense was held to 175 total yards. The Saints' defense forced an interception of Bryce Young and also 2 sacks. The Panthers actually scored first when Rico Dowdle ran on the TD in the first quarter, but Carolina couldn't build off of that. I don't even know how to describe this game. We just got outplayed, honestly. Big plays like that 62-yard score to Olave that took a lot of momentum. Their defense showed up. It limited us yardage. They was low in the box. And that's one thing I think Dave Canales was struggling with because he wants to pass the ball. He wants to throw the ball around. He wants to throw the ball a lot. That's why he drafted 2 receivers in the first round. But he doesn't trust Bryce to do it. That's why he doesn't throw as much as he wants to. That's why we're relying heavily on the run game. Even though Rico's been the dog for us, when you put they had 9 people in the box, money. This ain't
So
Madden,
the
bro.
only people in the box, hey Jay, the only people in the box that weren't in the box were the corners.
Yes, they're playing man on the outside, and they got 9 in the box with a safety at the 10 yards back. So it's like, what are we doing? So, but yeah, it was just bad. We just didn't look good. Bryce only had 124 passing yards, and Rico Dowdle had 53 yards on 18 carries. Like I said, they had 9 in the box. And we just gotta be better. We're currently sitting at 5-5, and the Saints move on to 2-8, but we're still second in the division. And yeah, man, it's been an up and down season. We're a 500 ball club, and we honestly look like it. Like how sometimes you're like, bro, I'm telling you, we're better than what our record says. Nah, we look like a 500 club. And so I mean, it's an improvement on last year, but damn, man, I expected more from us this year, but. It's not a terrible season. It's not a loss.
Hey, you could be 3-7.
That is true. We could be 3-7, or you could watch a team that you beat the team that blew you out. So it's a beautiful world we live in. Bucks versus the Patriots. We had this circled as one of our games to watch last week. The Patriots secured their 7th straight win and improved to 8-2 on the year. The Bucks fell to 6-3 with the loss. Key big plays: rookie Trayvon Henderson exploded for 147 rush yards, including 2 touchdown rushes, 1 for 55, 1 for 69. Drake May threw 2 touchdowns and 270 yards. On the Bucks side, Mayfield threw for 273 and 3 touchdowns, but it wasn't enough. The Patriots scored 2 touchdowns in 48 seconds late in the first half to take the lead. The Bucks mounted a push late but failed to execute a comeback fully, and the game-sealing 69-yard run came at 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the game. What are your thoughts from this game, Money?
The Patriots are legit. I told you the Patriots are legit. I'll just say they're just missing one piece to me in order to be like, okay, they can contend. That's my main thing with the Patriots. A receiver that's better than Diggs.
I mean, ironically enough, the Bills had the same game plan. Have a bunch of mediocre receivers and let your quarterback do his thing.
How many Super Bowls have the Bills been to, bro?
They was a game away from one.
They're the game away, right? They ain't been to one. I just don't think they're. I think they're close. I think they're just one piece away. If they can get that one wide receiver, they will be a definite contender. I think they're one piece away. That's just me.
Okay. I mean, if you think a receiver is going to make all the difference, maybe. But at the same time, You know, they tried. They could have traded for AJ Brown. They could have called and see if he was available. They could have hit up Miami, but as we
Nah,
both
they
know,
say the Eagles. They
Eagles
say
what?
the Eagles wanted 2 firsts.
2 firsts for AJ Brown. I mean, he's a solid receiver. I don't know if I would pay 2
Jay,
firsts for him, but he's good.
Jay, would you even give up 1 first for him?
Yeah. If Jalen Waddle's worth
Yeah.
a first and a third, AJ Brown's worth 2 first round picks.
Hey, Jay, for me to give up a first for AJ Brown, it has to be a late first. I'm not giving up a middle first for him. Not at this stage of his career. Because look at what
This
happens.
stage of his
when
career, he's
not
29.
Hey, Jay, look at what happens when he's not getting the ball. He pouts.
How many
becomes
diva
toxic to the
receivers
team.
have we seen in the NFL, Money? It's nothing new, and he ain't going to be the last one. It's a part of the game.
Nah, I wouldn't do it. Not for him.
Not for him. Money, he's a top 3 receiver.
I understand. But
You're saying
I
it
wouldn't
like
do
he's
it
just
for him.
some
Nah.
random, like he's Mac Hollins.
No,
or
I ain't
somebody.
saying. No, I'm saying if he was maybe 26, possibly 29. No,
29, this man's at the peak of his powers.
unless I felt like I was gonna win a Super Bowl this year or next year. Besides
So
that, no.
the way the Patriots looking, you don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl potentially next year? You just said they're 1 piece away.
I'm gonna say everybody hasn't been able to get out over that Chiefs hump. Only one team has beaten the Chiefs the past few years. Let's just call it what it is. The Chiefs. It's like the Chiefs are like this, and everybody else is right here in the AFC.
And they don't have a number 1 receiver.
Bro, they got a Hall of Fame quarterback, and they got Travis Kelce. Who has a Travis Kelce on their team?
You
A Hall
say
of Fame
Travis
tight
Kelce?
end. I say Travis Kelce. Who else got a Hall of Fame tight end on their roster?
I mean, he hasn't been any good in the past 2 seasons, Money.
He been decent. He been pretty good in the playoffs.
Okay. He was, I don't know. He ain't been good to me in these past 2 years. He had moments, yes. He had some good moments, but overall, no.
Okay, let's break down the next one. The Rams and the Seahawks, bro. They're both 7-2. I'll say you got Sam Howell. I'm gonna just be real with everybody. I didn't think the Seahawks were gonna be good this year. You traded DK. You traded Geno Smith. You let go Tyler Lockett. I thought they were gonna be trash this year. I'm gonna just be real. And then you got a new coach.
Who got a new coach?
They got a new coach. This is like his 2nd year.
Yeah, McDonald ain't the
consider
coach.
him like
He's been
new.
there.
So I'm like,
And he's
I
looking
thought it
like
was gonna be
a
bad,
smart coach, too, because he moved DK Metcalf,
Yeah.
which I think DK was kind of overrated. Like, everyone just saw his size and speed and thought he was going to be Calvin Johnson. But he never looked like Calvin Johnson at any point in his career. He had, I think his rookie year, his 2nd year, he was really good. But other than that, he ain't been all that. He moved off of
got
DK.
rid of Tyler Lockett.
Got rid of
And
Tyler
Tyler
Lockett,
Lockett
which
was
kind of
trash.
sad. And let's say, hey, Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to be our guy. Jackson Smith-Njigba has amassed 1,000 receiving yards already this season. The Rams counter with their own big playmakers, Puka Nacua, and high-octane offense under Matthew Stafford, who's looking like he's about to win his MVP at 40. When defenses are among the best in the league, Seattle's run defense is especially strong, while Los Angeles features a ferocious pass rush. This contest adds another chapter to the long-running rival between these two teams. For Seattle, former Rams star receiver Cooper Kupp is now with Seattle, returning to Los Angeles for the first time since his release. Emotionals, undercurrent, and will be flying at all-time high in this matchup.
Who's you picking?
Oh, man. I got to go the Rams. The Rams are red hot. Seattle's good, but I think that pass rush is going to be too much for Sam Darnold.
Me and you on the same page. I'm going Rams.
That defense is
I just think Matthew Stafford is balling out.
I didn't think
And
the
he got-
Rams
he got-
defense could look this good after Aaron Donald retired for many, many years.
Yes.
and it's only been 2 years, 3 years.
You know,
So
you know what happened? Aaron Donald is secretly in the room, like, yeah, I'm gonna beat y'all up, but y'all gonna have to train with me.
well,
Y'all
Jared
look
Verse went and
bad, and I'm
traded with him
going.
for one off season.
Yeah,
Did
he
you hear
said
about
never
that? Yeah.
again.
Jared Verse is a dog now because of it, man. The Rams will look to control the line of scrimmage and exploit mismatches in the passing game, while Seattle will lean on their defensive identity and try to keep the game in the manageable rhythm while unleashing their big play receivers. The matchup of Seattle's secondary versus Los Angeles receiving corps will be pivotal. But yeah, me and you are in lockstep. We both got the Rams for this one. The next game we're going to preview is Carolina playing the Atlanta Falcons. They had their up and down season so far, currently sitting at 500, which gives them momentum if they win this one. Their offense has struggled at times, particularly with big plays and sustaining drives. They blanketed Atlanta earlier this year with a dominant performance, beating them 30-0, which they can handle the Falcons when things click. For Atlanta, they're in a slump on a 4-game losing streak, under pressure to turn things around. Having lost badly to Carolina early, they'll be motivated to get revenge from this game and avoid falling further behind in the divisional play. The Falcons' offense and consistency has been an issue they'll need to better execute to win this one. This matchup is part of a long-standing I-85 rivalry between the two NFC South teams. Given their last meeting was such a bad shutout, there's an emotional edge and a chance Atlanta will be trying to do everything to right the ship. What are your thoughts on this one?
Atlanta getting beat on. They done.
Yeah, Atlanta's been looking bad. You know why? Because they drafted a guy who's a bad quarterback after paying the quarterback $200 million.
Hey, Jay, they drafted another lefty.
They thought he was going to be the Michael Vick, bro. They thought he was going to be Michael Vick 2.0.
Jay, let's just call it what it is. How many lefties have been great in the NFL? We can only name two.
Two? Who's two?
Two.
Vic and who?
Steve Young and Michael Vick.
Oh, Steve Young was left-handed? I did not know that.
Yeah. Steve Young and Michael Vick.
I didn't know Steve Young was a lefty.
Hold on, I got to make sure. I thought Steve Young was a lefty.
No, hey, bro. It's news to me,
check.
bro. I ain't pushing back on you. That's news to me. I thought you was giving Tua his props for a second.
Yeah, Steve Young. Steve Young was a lefty.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
first
of all, don't do us lefties like that, all right? We special, okay? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, Penix, I didn't like Penix in college because of his injury history, but now he looks like stir fry. He doesn't look very good. So, and then Kirk Cousins looked worse, which was sad, but.
Hey, Kirk Cousins semi-retired.
I know, right? Carolina will likely lean on a ground attack to control the tempo and keep Atlanta's offense off the field after seeing what Drake London has done the past couple games. Atlanta needs to establish their passing game and be more reliable with the ball, and Carolina has shown vulnerability but also shown they can clamp down. Next one we're going to preview is the Bucks versus the Bills.
Let's go.
After a strong start, Buffalo suffered a concerning loss in Week 10 on the road to the Dolphins. They'll be motivated to bounce back. The rushing defense has been a weak point this season, allowing a high number of yards on the ground. On the Bucs side of the ball, Tampa's entering the road challenging environment, weather and hostility. Observers note that Bills have a strong home field edge because I believe it's supposed to snow up there this Sunday. So if it snows, it's going to be a tough one. Injuries and consistency have been issues for the Bucs, especially in key games and in key positions on their offensive line and protection. The Bills' offense, led by Josh Allen, will test the Bucs' defense, especially if the Bucs are missing pieces. The Bucs' offense will need to be efficient and avoid turnovers against a top home team. Mistakes will likely be costly. Weather can matter, like I said earlier, because it's mid-November and it means it's getting colder and it's a possibility of snow up there, or even worse, wet, cold rain, which may favor Buffalo and their style of play even more. What are your thoughts, Money?
What I want to happen is the Bucs to win. What I know is going to happen is the Bills are going to win because the Bucs have too many injuries. Like, I'm rooting for the Bucs to beat the Bills because I don't like the Bills are a division rival, but the Bucs have too many injuries. If they pull it out, we'll both be wrong. But you're playing in the weather with the Bills and you're injured. That's not great.
No, I agree right there with you. I mean, now this is a caveat though. If the Bucks, because it's looking like they're probably going to win the division, they're going to make the playoffs, right? The Bucks make the
Hmm.
playoffs, and some of these injured players come back. That makes them a scary team. Mike Evans will be back.
Yeah,
Godwin, in theory, should be healthy, but at the same time, Emeka Ibuka's been
I
playing
heard that.
great. So
Hey Jay, I heard that their left tackle's hurt too.
Tristan Wirfs, I think he's out for the year though.
Oh man, what about Vita
Yeah,
Vea? I heard Vita Vea might have been hurt too.
yeah, but he'll be back. That's what I'm saying. If the Bucks make the playoff. The Bucks make the
See,
playoffs. Yeah, if the Bucks make the playoffs, they'll be a scary team.
see, like the main thing for them is they make the playoffs, bro. Nobody want to see them, bro.
No, they're gonna have their
Like,
team fully healthy. Yeah, for sure. Because Baker's been trying his best to keep everything afloat, and he's been doing a damn good job.
I
And the
agree.
last game we're going to preview, Money touched on it briefly, but the Miami Dolphins playing the Washington Commanders. The Dolphins are coming off a strong performance, 30-13 win over Buffalo, which looked like it might have sparked their season. The Commanders are in
You
a
know,
slump,
hold on.
5 straight losses and multiple defensive breakdowns. Miami offense with explosive playmakers like Devon A-Chain and Jalen Waddle had the ability to take the top off. Washington defense has been trouble giving up big chunk plays, and key players are injured. The Commanders are going to be without starting quarterback Jaden Daniels, who is likely out for the season, and the whole field is null and void since they'll be playing in Madrid, which adds an interesting wrinkle. What do you think of this game, Money?
Bro, you see me bring out a Dolphins hat, bro. You already know. I got multiple hats, but you already know we're gonna spank them boys. It's gonna be like 30-10. We're gonna beat
30
on
to
them like
10.
they stole something. Them boys getting beat on. Okay? That boy A-Chain gonna have another 200-yard game. Waddle gonna have another about a buck. We're gonna give him about 100 yards and a tutty. I would say a buck 50, but we're gonna be up so much he gonna be sitting on the sideline taking a breather. So he gonna get about a buck. We're gonna beat on them boys. I'll be up at 9:30 in the morning to watch the game on Sunday. Have my fans gear ready and ready to go. Them boys gonna win.
I had a chance to draft Devon A-Chain in our fantasy, y'all, and Money said, no, don't take him. He gonna suck this year. So I was like, okay, I trust the guy who watches the Dolphins more than I do. Well, before we did the pod, I watched a lot of Dolphins football now that we're reporting on them, I guess you could say. But I listened to him. Devon A-Chain has been a dog this season in fantasy, you guys. So shout out to Money for
Hey
trying.
Jay,
He tried to
Jay,
sabotage me. That's what it is. I should have peeked it. I wasn't. My third eye wasn't open. I should have peeked that shit, but I didn't. I'm so disappointed with myself, yo. I'm so disappointed with myself. He tried to sabotage me on the low and sabotage himself. That's what happened.
hey, you gotta get rid of your competition.
Oh
You can't
man.
let your competition get a superstar. No, but seriously, knowing our luck, one of us would have drafted A-Chain and he would have got hurt. It would have been screwed for the rest of the season.
Feeling
Our
bad,
luck with
man.
players. Cause think about it, Jay. I got Jonathan Taylor. He wasn't doing what he doing this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel the same way.
I drafted
You had Bajan
Bijan.
his rookie year. He wasn't all that great. He was splitting a lot of carries with Tyler last year. But so some of the questions that are raising for this game is, can Miami keep up the heat? They showed flashes, but this is their chance to truly build momentum with a struggling Washington team. Will Washington halt to a skid? They need to respond. Can they respond on foreign soil with missing pieces on multiple games on a multiple losing streak? Explosive plays for vulnerable defense. Miami's playmakers will hit early, and Washington might not be able to regroup. Turnovers and discipline for Washington especially. Their defense has to be sound and can't be stretched. And if Miami avoids mistakes, they could control this game very early.
I already told you, Miami winning.
Yeah, I got
Ain't no
Miami too.
conversation.
Their star quarterback's out for the year. Washington's defense has been bad since 2 years ago. Okay. They're playing on a neutral site, which honestly, all that does is help Washington have a slight chance. But at the end of the day, I got Miami, man. Miami's going to build off this. Tua's going to go out there and throw for 300 yards on them boys, and we're going to come back in here, and I'll be thinking about jumping back on the Tua train.
Nah, don't do that.
If Tua throws for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, money, we have to have a conversation. You understand that, correct?
No, we ain't having that conversation, bro. The dude leading the league in turnovers.
Hey, bro. Listen, you know what we say in 2K when one of us is playing bad shooting? What do we always say when they finally get a shot to go in?
Stop shooting. Stop shooting, bro. Doggone, stop shooting, bro. No, there's one person we tell when he having a bad game, he keeps shooting. We tell him stop shooting. Okay?
Yo, I was so proud of you for standing up to him that one day where he was just chucking up shots. Keep in mind, we have a guy on our team. He is a volume shooter, okay? If he's a Kobe, he truly is a Kobe. If Kobe is shooting 2 for 9, Kobe gonna finish 3 of 19. That's him. And so I'm having a good game. I'm 6 for 8, but I'm not getting the ball because Kobe keeps putting that bitch up. So Money was like, bro, you gotta pass the ball there. He's like, it was a wide open midi. Money was like, bro, you 8 for 17. Pass the ball. He starts fouling. The dude starts fouling. They go pass me the ball. It's like, bro, what you mad for? It's true. You suck this game. It's all right. It happens. Oh man,
shoot, I have bad shooting games. Hey, I have bad shooting games. And you know what I decided to do? I decided to go get a rebound.
Find other ways to contribute. That boy's gonna put that bitch up every time.
Yeah, like he has amazing games sometimes. Yeah.
Yes,
he do. But like we're saying with Tua, Tua has amazing games sometimes. But there's some games that Tua out throwing it to the other team, giving the ball to the other team. Like, look, Tua, look, bro, this ain't a yard sale that you giving stuff away for free, doggone.
Like I'm saying, if he wants to impress people, this is his chance to impress. Because if he lights now, listen, hear me out. This is my concern. If let's say Miami wins, right, but Tua doesn't light up this bad team, it's even more red flags. Because historically, Tua dominates bad teams. That's when he plays his best.
Yes.
So this should be another game where Tua puts up a lot of passing yards, a lot of touchdowns, and looks like the old Tua. Even though we both know it's a facade, that's what we should see.
Hey Jay, let's just call it what it is, bro. If me and you play 2K and we only beat good teams, are we good? I mean, we only beat bad teams. Are we really good at the game?
I would say we're about average.
Okay. So we would have to beat the good teams to be considered good, right? Well, with Tua, he's only beating he's looked bad against a few bad teams, but he's only beating bad teams on a regular. So I'm like, at best, he's an average quarterback.
It's a terminology one of my favorite sportscasters use, and I want you to start using it. And he actually has 2 for the Miami Dolphins. One of them is Miami is a good team at beating up tomato cans. He said whenever they got a tomato can on tap, they put the works on it. But whenever it's a legitimate team, they go out there and get dominated. And so he said his other one is like, listen, back in the day, because he's an older dude. He's like, back in the day, you know how guys just sell a beef? They sell a beef in a very unique way. You'll see someone you don't like, you'll walk up to them, and they be like, hey man, me and you after school. And so you're the new guy at the school. You're like, oh man, I don't really want to fight this guy. He looks intimidating. Then it's like, but you ain't no punk, so you show up after school like, yo, he might beat me up real bad. And the guy gets there, and you see somebody with a boombox. They sit the boombox down, press play, and the guy who said he wants to fight you started dancing. He don't want to fight. He just want to dance. Miami is a bunch of break dancers. They don't want to fight. I will send you the video after we get off. But he called Miami a bunch of break dancers.
You gotta play that clip. You gotta play that clip if we don't get copyrighted.
Oh man, I'll look into it, see if we can play a couple seconds of it. But yes, he says Miami don't want to fight; they want to break dance. I'm like, oh hell no.
I think that ends it, bro. Can't be talking about my Dolphins like that, bro.
But all right, you guys, we made it this far in the video. Thank you so much as always. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, please share if there's anything you want to hear us talk about. Please leave it no matter what. We're pretty open on this pod. Anything going on you want to mention, Money?
Hey, it's almost Thanksgiving, so y'all get ready to spend some time with your family.
Yes, be ready
And
to
loved
spend some
ones.
time, have some big full bellies. Be on the lookout. Me and Money are gonna play a game. Like that is confirmed. We just gotta figure out what game we're gonna play, and it's gonna be on my gaming channel. I may post it on here too. I'm not sure. I don't really want to mess with people who come listen to us talk, but it will for sure be on my gaming channel. We just gotta figure out what game we're gonna do and pick a date so we can record it. But thank you so much if you listen to this whole thing. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really think of going on at the moment. But enjoy holidays. Thanksgiving is coming up. Be safe. Drink responsibly. All those good things. I'm your co-host, 2Wavy Jason, aka JSD.
It's your boy F Money or Money for Sure. Make sure you use your PTO. Forget them jobs. If they
Yes,
don't let you use your
use your
PTO.
PTO.
Use it all up too.
You know what PTO
make
stand
sure
for,
you
Money?
use a month. Paid time off.
No, it stands for prepare the others, because I'm not going to be here, okay? Until the next one, y'all. Peace.
Take it easy, y'all.